Youngest company around in the room, I think, 7 days, as Business France was born last week. And it's in fact the merge of UBI France that many of you know, which helps companies to export everywhere in the world, and from AFI, Invest in France agency, that convenes and helps international investors to invest in France. Both were about how we develop the flow of business to bring more growth, more activity, more employment in France, and it makes a lot of sense to merge them. It's what we did a few days ago, and I think we have a good example of that here because we have 120 French companies in this years, including 66 startups. The startup need some help and support of the French tech brand, of BPI, of Business France, of the big groups to expand quickly and safely and with a big return internationally. At the same time, our Invest branch knows the venture capitalists, knows the investors that we can introduce to this company. So to merge them will help us, hopefully, to be more at your service and to be more efficient. Just a few words because the most important thing to listen to the presentation and pitches of the startup now. Just a few words to say the success already, we can say it's a success for the French delegation in this CES. It was the President Shapiro mentioned several times during the day. Also many American newspapers, not only French newspapers, say it. I think the reason is that we have an environment more and more favorable to innovation, and especially in a high-tech and startup world in France, from the tax, from the French tax support, from the environment of affairs. So I don't go in details, you know all this. But it's also because we go, as President Gattaz said, maybe it's one of the first time we are really a critical mass going together to connect, to share, and to show what we are able to present to the world. And many of you, we already know, have already signed contract on this CES or hope to do it in the next 2 days. That's the most important thing to show that the dynamic makes sense. But the most important, I think, is to see that, and especially in a so sad day that makes all of us have mixed feelings, that this is not only because we have the infrastructure, the technology, the education, the environmental affairs, the tax and the reform, all this helps a lot and it's needed. But the most important, it's you. The energy comes from people. The imagination comes from people. The connectivity and the out-of-the-box mindset comes from people. So we all feel like we are speaking of technology. My feeling is that we're speaking about people-driven innovation. It's really what it's about. So thanks for that. Because of your energy, because of your imagination, Frank is back at the CES. Frank is open and Frank is up. Thank you and good luck for your business success.